In this 5-mark centric subjective question, they given human reproduction centric human ovum diagram. In this diagram, we need to observe all the important labelings and we need to explain each another part more appropriately for each one of the sub-question. In the first sub-question, they are asking us to explain what is A, what is B and what is C. A is nothing but cell of corona radiata and B is nothing but the zona pellucida layer, also we can say pre-vitelline membrane, and the C is representing the haploid nucleus. For this narration, you will be getting 1.5 mark. In the second sub-question of this main question, they are asking us to explain when the ovum is released from the ovary with incomplete meiotic division, when, where and how is the meiotic division is completed. For this, we need to explain if the sperm is entering into the particular female fallopian tube after interacting with the secondary oocyte or immature egg or immature ovum, immediately the meiosis 2 is getting completed so that you are getting mature ovum. That is in a position to become a zygote more appropriately for developing embryogenesis. For this narration, you will be getting another 1.5 mark. In the third sub-question, they are asking us to explain how does ovum ensures the entry of single sperm during fertilization process. Here, once the sperm touches the zona pellucida layer or pre-vitelline membrane, what happens is the zona pellucida layer is getting evolved into corona radiata by changing the molecular ingredients of its membrane. As a result, the thickened corona radiata which arises from the zona pellucida is not allowing furthermore sperm to get entry in such a way we can stop the polyspermy. With this narration, you can secure another 2 mark to satisfy the 5 mark demand of this particular question. In this 5 mark subjective question, they are asking us to explain about double fertilization process, in which way it is happening in the flowering plant or in angiosperm. We know very well if the male gamete is fusing with the egg, it denotes the fusion 1, which is nothing but a fertilization process. And second fusion denotes the fusion of 2 primary polar nucleus to make secondary polar nucleus, that is fusion 2. The fusion of the secondary polar nucleus along with the male gamete which makes endosperm. If you are excluding the secondary nuclear or secondary polar nucleus formation, then other 2 fusion denotes double fertilization process. For this narration, you will be getting 3 mark. In the second sub-question, they are asking us to explain in which way the orange seed has many embryo, the nucellar or the orange, which is present outside the ovary. After getting entry into the ovary, each one of the nucellar cells are becoming a important diploid female gamete instead of haploid female gamete, so that zygote will be formed more potentially from this diploid female gamete. This process is indicating a apomictic embryo or polyembryonic stage. In the second sub-question, they are asking us to explain how the cashew nut is called as false fruit and how guava is called true fruit. Here the cashew nut is called false fruit. Why? Because the fruit is getting developed from the thalamus of this particular plant, whereas in guava the fruit is getting developed only from the ovary. That is the reason why the guava is true fruit, whereas cashew nut is called false fruit. For this narration, you will be getting another 2 mark. In this way, we are satisfying 5 mark demand of this particular question.